friends. Welcome to my home studio, such as it is at the moment, right? Up in my spare upstairs room. I thought I'd come on tonight just for a quick 15 minutes. We're going to be working with these therapy balls. Put that picture out there on the site earlier today, just so some of you can see. Maybe you're following along with me right now. If anybody's watching live, nobody is, right? I even have my glasses on, I still can't tell. Oh, Sarah. Hey, Sarah. Right? So, if you have one, right, and they're like this, we're just going to use the one right now, right? You're going to take it out of the hammock. That's what we call this little netting thing. Now, if you don't have a therapy ball, this works perfectly well, especially for the first part we're going to do with the tennis ball. It can work with a lacrosse ball, a golf ball, any kind of hard round ball you have in your house. Go ahead and use it. These are rubber. They're a little bit soft, right? I have some that are various softnesses and various what's the word? Radius, it's a scientific word, right? Various bigness. But this is the traditional size. And I've got a green one now. They have blue ones, they've got purple ones, they've got light blue ones, they have black ones, right? So you're gonna take this. Now if you are maybe you're just having a glass of wine, you're watching me see what the heck I'm doing, and that's fine too. If you decide you like it and you want to try it with me, I'll probably do another one of these next week or over the weekend, right? I have plenty of sets of balls, right? Here's my little bag here. Look, got a whole baggie full of these balls. So if you want, right, if you want to have one, just send me a little comment, message me, and I will make sure that I can get you one, and then you can use them and follow along with me for the rest of the time, all right? But for now, like I said, if you have a golf ball, you've got a lacrosse ball, you've got a tennis ball, you've got one of the actual therapy balls, that's great, right? One of the best things we can do with these is put it on the ground. You're gonna put all of your weight, we're gonna start on the right foot, so let's put all of our weight into our left foot. Now let's say your balance isn't that great, you can always just come to a wall, right? Just put your hand against a wall while we do this. It's not about balancing on the one foot, right? But what you want is to put the ball, so I'm putting the ball underneath my right foot. You want to put some pressure in the ball, and you're moving the ball around, right? So moving it all around your feet. So you want to make sure that you're hitting all of the points on your foot, right? So you want to make sure that you press into both sides of your heel, all along the arch, the outside, so say the outside arch of your foot, all along the base of your toes, right? All along the inside arch of your foot, and of course, right in the middle. So I want you to do that now. We're going to spend about 2 minutes on this foot, right? So you got plenty of time. Make sure you hit each of those spots. And then notice where you're feeling the most sensation, right? Whenever we're using these therapy balls or any kind of ball, right? I always say you got to chase the sensation, because wherever you're feeling sensation, that's where you really need to dig in, right? Usually for me, it's on the inside arch of my foot, right? So that's where I spend a lot of time. Maybe for you, it's somewhere different, right? So if you've never done this before, especially, I want you to play with it a little bit, right? And find that spot. Where is it for you? Wherever that spot is, just spend a little time there. Maybe you're just kind of rubbing over that spot. Maybe you're just standing still and pressing into that spot if you can stand that, right? You want, like I said, to feel that sensation. What we're doing here is breaking up that myofascial tissue. That's the casing around your muscles, and it keeps them, if the casing shrinks, right, it keeps your muscle tight. And that's when you start to feel that soreness, right? So what we're trying to do is break up that myofascial tissue so that your muscle can expand a little bit and relax a little bit more. So when you feel that tension, right, when you feel that sensation, that's that fascial tissue breaking up. That's what we want, right? So if you go somewhere where it's perfectly comfortable, right, for me, I don't feel much in my heel. If I just hang out right here, I'm not getting anything out of this, right? You need to find the place where you're feeling sensation. Press there, right? We need to release our feet the same as we release any other muscle in the body, right? Sometimes when we're not stuck at home all day, right, and we're spending all day on our feet in weird kinds of shoes, high heels, boots, whatever, right, or even, sneakers, it constricts your feet in different ways. So this is our release for the foot. Let it be free. Let it open up. Right? Maybe you've been doing different stuff since you've been home. Like for me, I've been running a lot more. We'll talk about that again later, right? And it makes your feet feel different things. So this helps bring them back to normal. If you've been walking a lot on a particular day, this is always a great thing to do. It always makes your feet feel amazing afterwards. All right, so again, find that spot where you're feeling the most sensation. I want you to just spend a couple breaths here, just pressing into that spot. letting that sensation go. Ooh, I'm pressing into the inner arch of my foot. I'm feeling it go all the way up my leg because everything is connected to your feet. So you're going to feel that, right? Find that place and just hang out there for a couple more breaths. And then for these last few breaths, just move that ball around a little bit again, right? Go to all the spots. Maybe you want to stay in that tender spot, whatever's good for you. Take about 3 more breaths here, just moving that ball around a little bit. And then bring it to a stop. Now we're going to switch, we're going to do the other side, right? So now you're going to put all your weight into your right foot as you bring that ball underneath your left foot. Same thing here if you need to, right? Just lean against the wall. You don't have to balance on one foot, right? I'm feeling a little bit in my left leg now, having stabilized on that leg the whole time, right? But it's not about strengthening the leg. It's about finding that release in the foot, right? So again, you're going to roll the ball around on your left foot. Make sure you're hitting each side of the heel, along the inside arch of your foot, the base of your toes, the outside arch of your foot, and right in the center. Notice what you're feeling here. Maybe it's the same tender spot it was on the right foot, and that's happened sometimes, right? Or maybe it's a completely different spot on your left foot, in which case you got to spend more time there, right? Maybe you just want to roll it around the whole time. Whatever you want to do, it's good. But again, don't just hang out somewhere where you're not feeling anything. You want to feel that sensation. Hang out in a spot where you're feeling sensation. Right? One thing you can do, right? You can roll it all the way forward if you're feeling a lot of sensation in your heel, right? And then come to your toes and then just press down with your heel. And I'm going to turn sideways a little bit so you guys can all see. Right, so I've got my toes on the ground. So you're like pump, pump, pump. And when you do that, right, it gives that little release in the heel. Maybe you're not feeling anything like that. The other thing you can do, right, try coming onto your heel, putting the ball right underneath the base of your toes. Do the same thing here. Lean right forward and back, forward and back. Right? If that's not doing anything for you, then just keep rolling that ball around. Keep pressing into that tender spot. We're going to spend the same amount of time here on this foot as we did on the other. Find that spot, maybe a different spot on this foot. Right, again, maybe you just want to hang out right there. Maybe you want to rub a little bit. Maybe you need to keep going all around. Maybe you've got more than one spot. Take a couple more breaths here. When you're ready, go back to that super tender spot, right? Press into it. Just hold right there for a couple breaths. Again, we're chasing that sensation. Let that sensation go through your body, whatever it is. Breathe through it. This is when you can kick in those deep belly breaths. And then just take 2 or 3 more breaths while we're on this foot, moving it around, feeling whatever it is you're feeling. And then come to a stop here. All right, now we're going to come down to our hands and knees, right? So come down into a tabletop, right? And now we'll start on the right hand again, since we did start on the right hand before. So make sure that left shoulder is right over the left wrist, just so it keeps your left wrist safe. You don't want to be leaning forward past your wrist, or you start to kill that left wrist, because it's going to take a little bit of your body weight. You're putting the ball underneath your right hand, and then from here, just move that ball around. We're not going to spend as long here, right? But again, just like before, I want you to find all those spots. Go to the base of your thumb, go along your wrist, at the side of your hand, all along the base of your fingers. You don't necessarily have to go into the fingertips, right? Right in the center of the hand, find that place where you're feeling a lot of sensation here. Maybe if you've been working from home when you're not used to it, or feel like all of us yoga teachers, and you suddenly have to learn how to use your electronic devices and you've been holding them a lot more, right? Then your hands, your wrists, get a little more tender, and we need to take that time, right, to work them out. Now, if you're Kelly Waller and you got one hand in a splint, right, then you're not going to do that one hand. You're just going to do the same hand twice, all right? But with the rest of us, we're going to take a few more rounds on this hand. And then we're going to switch it over and we're going to do the other hand, right? So now you make sure that right shoulder's right over the right wrist. And then start to roll that left hand around. Again, hit all the spots, hit all along the base of your fingers, along the inner arch, along the base of your thumb, along your wrist, right? Sometimes that can get really tender. And especially along the outside, I say especially because for me it does, the outside edge of your hand. Roll along there. Make sure you get right in the center. Do all the spots at least once, and then find that spot where you've got the most sensation going. Press into it. Take a couple more breaths here. Right, and then I'm just teaching you how to do all this stuff right now. If you need a long time on the hands and not so long on the feet, right, then I'm showing you how to do this. You can do it on your own, right? You don't need me. You can watch this video again, pause it, do the hands an extra minute. All right, come just up here. Now, like I said, there's a lot of different things that we can do with these balls. We're just going to do a couple things here tonight. Like I said, probably next week or over the weekend or something, I'll pop back on, show you some more stuff you can do. But right now I'm going to show you just a couple more things you can do to release your legs. So I'm going to come and have a seat here, right? Now, I'm going to take the block. You don't have to use a block. You can have the ball straight on the floor. If you have a block, sometimes it's easier. We're going to do our calves here. Let's start on the right calf, right? So I'm taking the ball, I'm putting it right on top of the block. And then I'm going to extend my right leg over the block. Now I'm keeping my left foot on the floor because it's going to control me, right? I'm going to push in that left foot, push into my hand so I can lift up a little bit and just start to roll around. I like to do the calf because it's one of those weird muscles where you can really feel it. If you get the ball in just the right spot, and feel free to do what I just did, right? Reach down, move the ball to a different spot where you're feeling more. If you find that tight spot and you just hang out there, right? Let's see if I can find mine. It's probably right about there right now. And you hang out there for just a couple breaths, you can actually sometimes feel it as that muscle releases and you feel your leg go boop, boop, to one side or the other. See, like mine just did, right? Maybe you can see it, maybe you can't, right? But you really do want to hold for a while when you find those tight spots in the calf, right? So maybe you gotta go all around before you find a spot. If you're like me, my calves are super tight, right? So I can find a bunch of tight spots easily. Right? So again, you don't have to hang out in one spot. You can move around, but wherever you are, once you'd be feeling some sensation, don't avoid the sensation. Find some place you're like, oh yeah, I'm not feeling much anything here. I can hang out here all night. I don't want you to be able to hang out here all night. I want you to feel that sensation. Feel the release go all the way up through your leg. When you find a spot like that, you're in the right place. The ball's doing its work, right? It's like almost like a deep tissue massage. Think of it like that. That's what you should be feeling, right? And that masseuse is digging her fingers into you, and it hurts, but you want to flinch away, but you know that eventually you're going to feel so much better, right? That's what this ball is like. All right, let's switch over. Do the other leg for a few breaths. Right, so getting on to the left side and then see what you're feeling here. Maybe again, it's the same exact thing that you were feeling on the other side. Maybe it's completely different. And maybe you got the same tight spots. Maybe they're a little different. Find that spot, right? When you find it, really when you're doing your calves, right, the best thing to do is just hold right there, press down. I'm putting almost all my body weight into the ball right now, and eventually it's going to release just a little bit there. Did it? And my leg fell over to the other side as that muscle finally gave in and released, right? Now I'm going to try doing the outside. You do wherever, like I said, move around, find where you're feeling the most sensation. All right, so take a couple more breaths here, just moving it around or maybe staying in that tight spot. If you found one that you really need to release, just hang out there. Oh, there's another one for me on the outside of the calf, right? It should almost take your breath away. Take a couple more breaths here. And then come to a stop. All right, so we're just going to do one more thing here tonight. Right, we're going to do the IT band. Now, maybe you're not going to feel much of anything in the IT band. There's some people in the world who really don't, right? If you're doing any kind of running or a lot of walking, right, you're definitely going to feel it in the IT bands. I've been doing a lot more running than usual, like I said, just because I can't go to any of my other normal classes, you know, and I can run to the park and back, right? So I'm going to feel it a lot more than I usually do. I'm prepared for that, but it's still going to take my breath away, right? I'm sitting up here. This room is not heated, right? It's cold. I'm going to start to sweat. I know it when I put this ball here. So again, you can use the block and put the ball on top of the block, or you can just do it with the ball flat on the ground. I'm going to do that here, right? So the IT band comes outside of your leg, right? Starts up at the knee, goes up to the hip, right? So I'm going to start with the ball right there, and I'm just going to roll over to the side. Ooh, I'm feeling it already. Like I said, I feel those little sweats go down. Now, you can take your foot and your opposite foot, put it flat on the ground like mine, right? Or you can take it a little bit longer. You're pushing up with that hand, and you're just moving that ball around. Right now my voice is starting to shake because, as I put that ball into there, I am starting to feel it, right? You're going to feel it, right? The key here, I think, sometimes in the IT band is to keep moving, because sometimes, unlike in the calf, if you spend any too long, if I stayed here too long, oh my gosh, there would be sweat dripping down my face, right? So just keep moving around, keep releasing everything. Just take a few more breaths here. And then come to a stop. We're going to go to the other side, right? I said I was only going to do 15 minutes. I'm already doing longer than that, but it's okay, right? Like I said, I just want you to show you guys these exercises. If you like them, you can do longer, right? Once we're done here. If you hate it and you never want to do the IT band again, you don't have to, but really you should, right? Especially if you're a runner or a walker. All right, now we're coming to the other side. Ooh, as soon as I go right there, I can feel it, right? But like I said before, you've got to chase the sensation, right? You want to be somewhere here where you're really going to feel it. Right? Sometimes I used to do these on the gym floor at my gym. People would be looking at me, what is that girl doing with that ball, right? Luckily now you're here in your house. Nobody's watching you. You can do whatever you want. You can be in whatever strange position you want to be in, right? Nobody but your dog to judge you. So find that sensation on this leg again, right? Sometimes it helps here just to keep moving. Get that IT band, right? Because I'm shortening it up here on the IT bands. Usually you want to do about 5 minutes on the IT band, moving, pausing, right? Letting yourself build that heat. Like I said, definitely when I do these, I start to sweat, even if I'm in a 60-degree room like I am right now. And it's just your body releasing that energy, starting to relax. All right, I'm going to bring it to a stop here. You can keep going if you want. Like I said, I just wanted to come on really quickly tonight, show you guys a couple things you can do with the ball. There's a million things you can do with the ball. I don't even know what I did to the rest of the case of this one. Anyway, and generally a set looks like this, right? Doesn't have the matching one, or maybe I left it over there. But it looks like this, right? This is a single ball. This is the ball inside the hammock. Sometimes we take both balls and we take them out of the hammock. Sometimes we do things with them all still in the hammock. But like I said, everything can be done also with a set of golf balls or a set of tennis balls. If you think this is fun and you want me to drop one off for you for the duration, I'm happy to do that. Just let me know, right? If you already have your own, that's great. If you're just using a different kind of ball, that's fine. Maybe over the weekend or next week, I'll do one again and we'll work on the back. There's lots of amazing things you can do with these therapy balls to release the back, right? Otherwise, I will see you guys all on Sunday for some slow flow at 10 a.m., right? I hope you all join me then. I hope you all are having a great night, and I will see you all very, very soon. Bye.